Level 90, aiming high. Theod Rose seems to be taking your measure from afar and appears pleased with what he sees. Hello there, you don't know me, but I've seen you keeping company with the Third Promise. I've been wanting to speak with you if you have a moment. Name's Theod Rowe, and I'm a hunter here. Well, almost a hunter. I have need of a strong arm to accompany me on my next foray, and I'd be honored if it belonged to one of Uklamat's mighty companions. I know you must be a busy woman, but with everyone else has their own duties to attend to, and our village has a rule that none can hunt alone. I'd be forever grateful if you joined me. Tell me what to kill. Why does it have to be me? Tell me what to kill. Thank you. I need to take every chance I have to gain experience if I want to be accepted by the more senior hunters, and working with you is sure to be enlightening. Great, then let's be off. The hunting grounds are to the north. See you there. Makori is in Tiachia. They're quick and clever, a challenge for any hunter, but their meat is tasty enough to make all the trouble worth it. They're partial to tree sap, so they're often up among the branches nibbling away. If we wait at the base of the tree covered in the stuff, they'll probably come down and defend their score. Of course, they aren't the only animals roaming the wilds. The stealthy Voltsaral brush have made meals of more than one innocent soul, so keep an eye out, eh? Try the nearby trees. You should go a bit deeper into the forest so we can cover more ground. Meet me back here once you're done, and good luck. Despair. More enemies. Yeah. Taking a lot of damage. Like, what? You made it. I've only just returned myself, and I'm eager to compare our catches. What? You caught even more than I did, and I know these hunting grounds as well as my own home. I see Wuklamat chooses her companions well. I had a feeling about you, and I'm glad to know I was right. I'm sure they'll let us attempt the trial after this. Yeah, I suppose I ought to explain. You see, there's a reason I'm so keen to gain experience as a hunter. I want to join the Brethren of Brash. They won't accept just anybody. No, only hunters with finely honed skills and intuition are even considered. Still remember the day I decided I would be one of them. I was young, foolish, and I thought I could hunt on my own in defiance of the rules. Then a beast snuck up on me, its fangs bared. I thought I was done for, but then an arrow struck it down. It was one of the brethren of the Brosh, and he saved me, and ever since I've wanted to do the same, to watch over the forest and keep it a safe place for others. I can't think of a better way to spend my days. Their trial is conducted in pairs. I'd ask one of the brethren to assist me, but all of them have been so busy lately. They aren't forthcoming with the details, but I've gathered that the beasts of the forest have been behaving strangely lately. Either way, they have bigger things to worry about than the ambitions of a novice. But you're as good as any of them. If we do the trial together, we're sure to make it through. Please say you'll help me. This is my chance to finally be of use. The trial is as good as done, if you think I'm good enough. That's what I wanted to hear. There's no one else I'd rather have. Brings me one step closer to my dream, and I have to do everything in my power to go the rest of the way. Level 90, aiming high, complete. Yeah, we'll get right on that. Level 90, hunting for the family. Tayat Ro would share the bounty of the forest with his village. Now that I have another hunt under my belt and a worthy partner, I can finally ask the brethren to let me undertake their trial. First, we have to bring our catch back to the village and divvy it up. Why don't you help pass it around? I'm sure everyone will be overjoyed to get a delivery from none other than a third Promise's companion. Don't worry. I'll take care of the messy part and cut our quarry up into proper portions. Meet me in the village when you're ready. Okay. Let's do it. Ready to get these bits and pieces into the right hands? Good, because I've just finished separating them. Should bring the best pelt and bone of the bunch to the weaponsmith. He's always taken good care of me, and I'd like to repay him in some small way. Taya Dirlik gets the meat. She's the wife of one of the brethren's fiercest hunters, and I'm going to join them. I'd best pay my respects. As for the rest, I know more than a few of the village's matrons who would love something special to feed their families. I'll handle that. Give the others my regards. Alright, passing out stuff. Hi, I'm the weaponsmith here. You say you have something from Tayad Ro? Oh, these are excellent. See this needle-shaped bone? It supports the Tayachi's webbed wings and can be carved into deadly spear tips. The pelt is surprisingly sturdy as well. Brethren of Brox have been ordering more equipment lately and supplies are running low. This will help us meet their needs for a while longer. Give Tayad Ro my thanks, will you? All right. Side quests become unlockables. Oh, hello. Are you looking for a Ralval? I'm afraid his duties have taken him away for a while. Oh, this is from Tayat Ro. It looks delectable. I think I'll serve it tonight. In fact, speaking of which, when is young Tayat Ro planning on undertaking the trial? Ralval was supposed to be his partner, but lately the brethren have had their hands full. I only hope their work settles down soon, but who can say when that will be? So, how were the old man and Tayat? I hope they enjoyed their gifts. I can say for certain that the matrons did. Customary for hunters to share their catch with the whole village. It makes us all one big happy family. Guess what? While I was on my errand, I ran into one of the brethren. I told him I was ready for the trial, and he accepted. He said to be ready soon. Oh, now I'm starting to get nervous. Hunting for the family, level 90, complete. Level 90, a hunter's dream. Tayet Rowe needs to focus before his trial. Oh, this is the moment I've been dreaming of, but I can't shake these butterflies in my stomach. Being nervous is only natural. Maybe you should try distracting yourself. You're right. I need to clear my head. Why don't you come with me? I've always found taking in the view at Night Stalker's shadow puts my mind at ease. Where are we going? Okay. All right. I almost forgot how calming this place is. Coming here was the right decision. Before I stretches the Jatika heartland, go on, take it all in. Oh. Whoops. Trees as far as the eye can see. Under their branches live the Mamool, who we fought against for so long. Brethren of Brock were formed during that conflict, and the very whisper of their presence struck fear into the hearts of our enemies. They would be sent off into battle with rousing words. Fearless warriors, go forth into your domain. The forest bows to your might, equaled only by the wild Brosh. The forest falls silent at your footfalls, for the predators are come. After the Dawn Servant brokered peace between our peoples, the name was taken up by a group of our most seasoned hunters. Their duty was no longer to fight, but to protect the forest and serve its people. The Brosh is king of the entire forest. Those who claim its name should do more to honor it. Dawntrail doesn't end at these cliffs, as you can see, but even so, the brethren don't watch over the Jatika heartland. Even though the war is over, Igbrosh and Mamook stand apart in tense silence, so tense that our hunters dare not set foot into the paths below. But I think we can do better. We all live under the same bows. After all, why shouldn't we hunt together? Why shouldn't we work hard, hand in hand, to keep our home safe? Beautiful dream. Shouldn't you focus on passing the trial first? Do you really think it's possible? Yeah, you've got me there. To make this dream come true, I have to first be in a position to reach for it. The first things first, I pass the trial and join the brethren. Everything starts from there. Thank you for joining me on this bit of soul searching. The road ahead feels clearer now. Next in our path is the trial. Ralva and the others are meant to test our mettle at the Jobrit Cinderfield. We've hunted together already. Now we fight together. Let's show them what we've got. Okay. Off to the Cinderfield we go. All right. Here we go. We'll be facing another pair of hunters. The brethren have taken the time to arrange this despite how busy they are, so I hope that means they see something in me. I don't see them anywhere, though. I guess there's nothing for it but to wait here. Uh-oh, the butterflies in my stomach are back. Well, 90, a hunter's dream, complete. We can do this. Level 90, the trial commences. Ted Rowe has a nervous look on his face. Where are they? Is this part of the trial? Oh, this isn't good. Maybe we're supposed to hunt one of the animals around here, but if I'm wrong and the others come while we're gone... Deru! Bravo, you're alone? I thought the trial was... Plans have changed. Beasts not native to these parts were sighted to the south. They look like walking blue flowers, but they have appetites of a predator. We must track them down and stop them before any of our own come to harm. Help us do that, and the Brethren of Brosh will welcome you with open arms. Take it you're here to act as Tyet Rowe's partner. If even the Third Promise deemed you a worthy ally, then I'd be glad to have you along on this hunt. My partner and I will go after the beast headed toward the village. You two head south and try to find out where these blue-flowered beasts are coming from, and if you run into any, slay them then and there. Consider it done. May your quarry fall swiftly. Come with me. All right, where are we going? I got one, but they just kept pouring forth from the Jatika heartland. You got away and fled deeper into the cinder field. Can you go after them? I'll stand watch over this area in case any more appear. Another one, huh? Wise guy, eh? Right. Back we go. Knew you'd make quick work of those things. I searched the nearby area, and I think we took care of them all for now. The other hunters should have made their way to the village by now, so let's catch up with them and give them the good tidings. Humbert. You'll be glad to know that the beasts have been exterminated and no one from the village was hurt. It's about as good as an outcome as we could have asked for. As glad as I am, I still had to rely on you to finish what I started, even though it was a test of my skills. I don't know if I deserve to be part of the Brethren. But you're forgetting the most important rule of our brotherhood, Jadro. Am? None must hunt alone. Why do you think this rule exists? And why do you think the trial is done in pairs? Wild beasts of the forest fight with desperation to survive, and contending with such foes, even a single moment of carelessness can prove fatal. Any hunter who thinks they can protect the forest and its people alone won't live as the hunter for long. You're right, Ralva. How could I forget? I still have so much to learn. That you do, but this is all started when you realized you needed Zilly's help, and for that you should be commended. That choice led to the eradication of the flowered beast from our home and allowed us to locate their source. You followed my orders most admirably, and I look forward to seeing how you perform in your next duty. Does that mean, from this moment forward, you are one of the brethren of Brosh, and we are brothers, and I will forge you into a hunter we can all rely upon. Yay! I won't disappoint you. For you, I'm sorry you got dragged into our crisis, but considering our homes are safe and I now have a new brother, I'm grateful for your presence. Thank you for agreeing to be my partner. As full-fledged hunter, I'm ready to make all my dreams a reality. Just you watch. Work starts now, Tightrow. Come with me. Of course. Well, I suppose this is goodbye for now. I hope to see you around Ikbrash again. Level 90. The trial commences. Complete. Level 90. Lost and powerless. Hildil Jaw's eyes are brimming with tears. You're one of the Third Promise's retainers, aren't you? Please help me. My name is Shildi Jai, and my husband and I were attacked by what? Weavers outside the city. He fended them off so I could escape, but he's no match for them alone. I know I have no right to ask, given how our people treat outsiders, but I'm begging you, please save my husband. His name is Gotol Jha, and he's near Gomajik Grove. Please hurry. Peace. I don't know why I can't play right now. Starting to drift again. You have my thanks, stranger. I take it my wife sent you? Weavers don't usually attack people. I hardly knew what was happening before they were on us. That's neither here nor there. Let's return to Mamool to see that you will receive proper reward. Shildi should be anxious for our arrival as well. Oh, a thousand blessings upon you. My Gorojah is safe thanks to your kindness. I don't know what I would have done had you not arrived when you did. Most of our able-bodied fighters have left the city in search of mercenary work, you see. I once did myself. You're from Eorzea, aren't you? I toured across the salt in my younger years. It is until I suffered injury enough to send me home for good. Now I can hardly manage to ward off the occasional feisty weavers, it would seem. Glory days mean little when you can no longer protect your loved ones. Aw. I'm perfectly fine, aren't I? Besides, those weavers weren't feisty, they were positively feroz. Still can't believe we were attacked by such normally docile creatures. Something had them agitated, though. I can't imagine what. Still, if our local weavers are being driven into rage, it doesn't bode well for us. I realize this is more than you bargained for, stranger, but would you be willing to help? Unheard of for weavers to attack Mamool, so we need to determine what's going on before someone gets injured. I'll get right on that. There's little in it for you, mind. Don't get your hopes up. Thank her, dearest. She is doing us a kindness. Right, just not used to the open generosity is all. Thank you, stranger. We're counting on you. Level 90, lost and powerless, complete. Freebird, Yachtail, Either Current Attunement complete. Level 90, remembering a dream. Shieldale's jaw seems to know where to start regarding the white beavers. First, I think we ought to search the area where we were attacked. If anything's amiss, I should be able to spot it, but I worry about another ambush. Would you go ahead and make sure the roads are safe? Thank you, stranger. You are ever generous. We first encountered the beavers north of Golmajig Grove by the cenote there. I'll give you an ample head start and then come and meet you. In the meantime, I'll ask around the city. Others may have been similarly attacked for all we know. Doesn't seem like it's that far. Clear the path. Oh. In the area, but no weavers emerge. Okay. So that was it, just those two. Mm-hmm. Thank you for doing that. I had no troubles at all on my way here. Something that might explain the Weaver's aggression. Afraid I don't see anything unusual. What do you think? Oh, we found something. What is it? My cyan crystal. I must have dropped it when we were attacked. It's a gift from my husband when he returned from Eorzea. He said its blue glow reminded him of these forests, so he carried it always. Worth no more than a common stone, I'd wager, but to me it is precious. It kept him safe while he was away, brought him home alive. Sometimes the grief of his injury blinds him to the miracle of his survival. He may not be able to fight anymore, but he is still strongest man I know. That's sweet. My husband used to train here in his youth. We called this stone, I can't pronounce that, the weight of the sky, and once he believed with all his heart that he could bear any weight, achieve any dream. Wanted to remind him of that when I brought him here, but then those beavers came along. Anyway, I've chattered on long enough, so as far as I can see, nothing in this area readily explains why those poor beasts attacked us as they did. Perhaps Gultul Jah has discovered something back in the city. Maybe. Mamool. All right. Northwest. Well, it was by no means a waste of a journey. I was able to recover my precious crystal. Thank you for seeing her home safely. While you were away, I managed to glean a thing or two about our Vivas. Did you now? Somehow I knew you would have good luck. Level 90, remembering a dream, complete. Level 90, budding promise. Gultul Jah would share what he knows about the Weavers. According to those I spoke with, a number of people have been attacked by wild Weavers in recent days, many while traveling on public roads. Even Dawntrail have been among the injured, and theirs is a clan that has worked with Weavers since time immemorial. Goodness, as even Dawntrail can't handle them, what hope do the rest of us have? We'd be fools to step 1 foot outside the city. Not to mention what this might mean for our own Weavers. If they start misbehaving, we may find ourselves without mounts or beasts of burden. Thought about calling upon our hunters for help with the wild ones, but culling the population can't serve us well in the long run. Which leaves providing armed escort to those who venture outside the city. With the right preparation, I could do it. What are you saying? It's not a matter of preparation, Gultul Jah. If this woman hadn't come along when she did, What about trapping the Weavers instead? But an armed escort would still mean slaying Weavers, right? You raise a good point. Perhaps setting a trap or creating some diversion would better serve our interest. Our goal is to protect our people, after all. Beavers may be physically formidable, but they must have some weakness in their finer senses. A smell they can't tolerate, for instance. If we were to incorporate that deterrent into, say, a smoke bomb, that should buy anyone enough time to flee from an aggressive weave. I can handle the smoke bombs. I've been making those since I first became a mercenary. Why don't you teach me as well? I'm eager to help how I can. You can find out what scent Weavers detest. That would be a great help. Gultul Jah should know. Gultul Jah, the Weave handler, mine, not the blessed siblings. When you have whatever he recommends, bring it to me so we can infuse the smoke bombs with it. All right. We have a goal, at least. Thurs. What do Weaves hate to smell? Now that's a way to start a conversation. Ah, yes, I heard Gultul Jah was asking about recent Weave incidents. I'd recommend the scale bud if you're looking for something smelly. You can pick them off the luminescent plants found in water-bound areas like Cenote Jadunia. Mostly unremarkable until you crush or grind them, then you'll wish you'll never had. Weaves have a keen sense of smell, so one whiff should be all you need to convince them to be elsewhere, but the same goes for people, so take care when stowing those buds in your bag, eh? Over here. Okay. Simple enough. Hotland. Nice leisurely stroll. Hmm. The hell? We're like close by. You find something to drive off the Vives? And it's crushed, you say? This should do it. And everything's packed together just right. I can ensure the impact both triggers the smoke and crushes the bud. In theory, anyway, we still need to test it. Level 90, budding promise. Level 90, skill of a veteran. Gotoja is eager to test the smoke bombs. These smoke bombs work as planned, our problems are solved. It's what happens if they don't that worries me. Thankless task, but would you test them in my stead? You are far more capable of repelling an angered Vive than I am, no matter how it pains me to admit it. There are plenty of Vives in this forest. See if the bombs work as they should, and do what you must if they don't. Vivres. Vivres. Great worms. That seemed to work. I'm the warrior. All right. Continuing on. Run. Okay, this should be the last one before we can start the Allied Society quest. Still weird to say after doing them all as beast tribes for so long. How did it go? Did our smoke bombs work? Thank goodness, now we no longer need to worry about battling any weavers. Fashioned my bombs after those of the kobolds across the salt. They pulled me through many a tricky situation, believe you me. Never imagine I'd be using them at home one day. Heh, I'm glad. Smoke bombs were a success, I take it. I do hope you're willing to share with the rest of us. What would a weave handler want with Viver repellent? Met with the rest of the city. Plenty of people have had run-ins with Beavers. Few among them are fighters. I'm sure they'd be relieved to share in your brilliant solution. Just a smoke bomb, nothing brilliant about it. So you say, but none of us could have conceived or crafted such a thing. Your expertise and knowledge continues to serve your community. Never considered that. I always thought a mercenary who can't fight is little more than a waste of space. If I can still use my skills for the better, maybe there's hope for me yet. So simple, eh? Why didn't I realize that before? I think we have more smoke bombs to make. Shadil-ja, enough for everyone. Indeed, we must do what we can to ensure Mamook's future is a bright one. That we will. Thank you for standing by us. You are a true friend of Mamook and our people. Should have a few bombs to spare for Bakul Jah and the others. I will return home to fetch them, but I hope we meet again someday. Kindest of kind strangers, I will never forget all you have done for us. Level 90, skill of a veteran, complete. All right. Level 90, 1-4. Something is troubling Gotol Jah. Glad you're here. We seem to have another problem, one that has nothing to do with Reavers. Our man has been spotted loitering outside the city, Jabra. Clearly not here for trade, and while I'd like to believe he's not here for trouble either, others in Mamoog may think differently. If someone does something rash, our hopes for change will have been for nothing. So I'd like you to speak with him as an impartial party and discover what business he has in these parts. Last I heard, he was outside the eastern gates. It's gonna be, what's his name, Alro. Yep. Thank goodness, a friendly face. Been working hard to fulfill my duties as a hunter, but the beasts on the Tumo horizon are as restless as ever. Thinking the lower forest might be plagued with similar issues, I've come to investigate, but, all I've found thus far are looks of fear and possibly loathing, and here I thought Mamook had reformed its opinion on outsiders. Recent Reaver attacks have people on edge, that's all. I know someone who would be happy to talk with you. Reaver attacks? That is strange. I'd love to hear more about it from someone local. Surely I'm not alone in my desire to keep our forest safe. Come on. I asked you to speak with him, not invite him for tea. Apologies for the intrusion. My name is Teod Rowe, and I've come to investigate the local wildlife on behalf of the Brethren of Brosh. I can't pronounce any of this. Gotol Jah, I live here. Nice to meet you. Pleasure is all mine. Now allow me to get straight to the point. Beasts on the Otumo horizon have been exhibiting strange behavior as of late. We have a theory that whatever is causing their restlessness may lie in the Jatika heartland. Do you think we're to blame for your problems? No, not at all. I simply meant that we've seen strange blue-flowered beasts up above and that their presence has caused no little anxiety in the surrounding wildlife. I see, blue blossoms are indeed native to the Jatika heartlands. Seems odd they would stray that far. First the Reavers, and now this. Something's not right. Keen to resolve the problem, whatever it is. You say your Reaves have been acting strangely as well. Troubling indeed, but I think we'll need more information if we're to affect any change. Let's ask around. Wait. Jabral like you shouldn't wander these streets alone. I'll come with you. Yours is a friendly face in these parts. If you handle the western side of the city, we'll take the east. Lyagarics have been wandering in places they have no business being. Does that count as strange? Normally they live deep in the forest, but these days you can find them as close as Mamook. I think it's strange anyway. Anything unusual? Now that I think about it, my friend recently spotted a massive beast while gathering herbs. I'll be able to tell you more. His name is Sonil Jah. He lives just down the road there. That gargantuan thing scared me half to death, is what it did. gathering medicinal herbs near bitter bark cenote when I see this enormous creature appearing out of nowhere. Snatch up a nearby beast and swallow it whole. Then just like that, it was gone into the cenote. Might as well have been a trick of the light, but those two tentacles, those I'll never forget. Those I'll never forget. Okay. Is there a kraken? Release the kraken. Everyone was more keen to hear what business I had with Hunter from Igbrosh than they were to share information themselves. How about you? Did you manage to discover anything? Yeah, some stuff. Giant tentacled monster emerging from bitter bark cenote. Not a familiar creature to me, but cenotes are known to connect to larger bodies of water, even as far as the salt. So this beast drifts into our cenotes from the outside, starts preying on the local wildlife. Without a clear way to defend themselves, the blue blossoms flee to the upper forest while the beavers start rampaging in fear. If we slay the tentacled fiend, our problems are solved. I hope you two are ready for the hunt. Go kill us. Kill us an octopus, squid, whatever it might be. Born ready, I'll certainly do a better job of slaying this monster than I did collecting information on it. Haha. Good, then I have a plan. I'll explain once we get to Bitterbark Cenote. We have to fight something. A trace of our mysterious monster, but we did find the remains of some blue-flowered beast, leftovers from its last meal, no doubt. Now that we know what whets its appetite, we can easily lure it out. Incorporated some blue blossom viscera into one of my smoke bombs so that when it detonates, our lurking friend will reappear for another meal. You'll do the honors. I'm ready when you are. You should watch the battle from here. You have a good eye, and observing this creature's weaknesses and how it fights will serve us well should we encounter its kind again. Fair point. Then may the spirit of the Rosh guide you. True. I'm gonna have to fight it. Of course. I'm a warrior. Waiting. It's a hostile presence. Okay, it's those things, huh? Come in. That was incredible. I think you got them all. Return to the city and talk about what comes next. The heroine returns. I'm glad I could witness your fighting techniques firsthand. Next time you can leave the slaying to me. I know just how to bring it down such a beast. Any insights you could share would be invaluable. Few though they are in number, Mamook's hunters are better positioned to deal with such menaces should they return. Do you ever consider allowing the Brethren of Brosh to patrol the Jatika Heartlands? I think you'd have to go a bit higher than that, huh? Don't misunderstand, I will happily offer my insights regardless. I just thought that since your numbers are few, my people ought to offer their assistance. What do you say? Generous offer, but not one you're likely to profit from. Disagree. The Atuma Horizon, the Jatika Heartland, we separate them with words, but in essence they are the same forest, the forest of Yachtel. Benefits Mamook, benefits Brosh. It's only by joining hands that our forest can flourish. Besides, none amongst the brethren have the knowledge and experience of Mamool Jah mercenary. We stand to gain much by working alongside you. I agree that cooperation is the key to this forest's prosperity. Still too soon to realize such a change. We hope to achieve true unity, it can't be forced. We need time to know the Exbra, so that our future alliance can be in more than just name. Of course, we too hope to learn more about Mamook. It really is a beautiful city. Friends forever. Well then, I'd best be off. The brethren will want to hear my findings, and I'm eager to discuss what steps we can take to build the understanding with Mamook. Appreciate it. I'll do what I can to convince folks that hunters from McBrosh aren't all worthy of suspicion. It may take time, but they'll come around. Truly are a marvel. If you're not revolutionizing the city or saving men from their past, you're connecting kindred spirits from opposing communities. Together we'll make this forest one that's safe and welcoming to all, from the top of the Domo Horizon to the heart of the Jatika Heartland. No matter where you venture in Yachtel, you will always find friends. Come and wait whenever you'd like. Level 90, one forest, complete. Level 90, cultivating hope. Gultol Jah fidgets anxiously. Tilly, nice to see you. Do you have a moment? This may not come as a surprise since you personally helped negotiate our import of foreign crops, but a researcher has recently arrived from Charlian. I have a mind to go and pay my respects, but, well, I know little about Charlians and I'm worried I'll cause offense. Could you come along, if only for my peace of mind? My thanks. Her name is Angir, and she should be in the southern district of the city. Hello there, may I be of assistance? I'm Gultol Jah, former mercenary. Now I fashion whatever odds and ends need making. The Altark says you've come to oversee the growth of new crops here in Mamook, so we wanted to express our gratitude. That's very kind of you. My name is Angir, and it's my pleasure to be at your service. When I first heard my assignment, I was intrigued, a forest dominated by the etheric influence of meteorites. Rest assured, we shall soon have an experimental granary up and running, with new crops will flourish here, this I promise. Indeed, my chief concern at the moment is not one of potential, but one of manpower. Mamook is rather sparse in population, is it not? Yes, most of our able-bodied workers have left, either to become mercenaries or for other reasons. I myself would be glad to help, but I doubt one extra body will count for much. You should use Vivras. Put to the right use, our Vivras can solve about any problem. Uvolja, how many years has it been? I thought you had moved to Tuliolo for good. I heard change was in the air from Mamook. I had to come and see it for myself. Using beavers sounds like an excellent idea. We could hitch them to plows, have them cart heavy equipment. All we need now is someone willing to gather extra materials we require. I know a few gatherers, but most are getting on in years. We'll have to find an adventurous soul if you need anything more than local mushrooms or the odd medicinal herb. I handle beasts, not ore and timber. You? I'm an adventurous gatherer. Leave it to me. For the right price, I'll handle just about anything. And it's settled. You'll be well compensated, I promise. I look forward to working with you, friend. Silly Ruvalja, you both have my thanks. Nothing of it. I'll gather what beaver handlers I can find and explain the situation. I'm sure they'll be happy to help as well. Would you mind going with Ruvalja? He's a good lad, but he gets ahead of himself sometimes. You've more than proven your talent for communication, so if he's struggling to make his point, lend him a hand, would you? As I've been saying, beavers are the answer. Ours are specifically trained for combat. How do you reckon they'd help with farming? Oh, perfect timing. Tell them one beaver's worth at least 10 men on the field, won't you? Beaver handlers stand in awkward silence. Try convincing them on behalf of Ruvalja. A precious beaver only smashes things. I'd love to be of service, but if my darling can't smash something to bits, then I'm afraid we're at an impasse. How about smashing rocks? How about smashing trees? That sounds well. Smashing. Leave it to me and my beaver. We'll have the garden beds free of obstructions in a blink. Believe me, we all want new crops here in Mamook. I'm happy to help. I just want to know how a Vive trained for battle could be useful. We need Reavers to haul equipment. We need Reavers to pull our plows. See, a Reaver with the strength for combat should have no problems with that. Very well, the both of us will be over presently. What does he expect our Reavers to do exactly? Hoe with their horns? More like pull heavy plows. Ultoja will outfit them with farming equipment. Two of them plowing. That makes far more sense. If that's what you need done, we can do it. That was incredible. You convinced them all to help just like that. Now there's one last person I think we need. His name is Kagyolja, and he's a Najul or Jatika banana farmer. We can trust his expertise. You were part of the Third Promise's retinue, weren't you? What brings you here now, and with Ruvalja? We just met, actually. A researcher from afar is beginning work on a granary here. We were both lending a hand. I was hoping you might help us out as well, knowing as much as you do about farming in these forests. You think I'd aid a trader who abandoned his homeland for the comforts of Tuliolo? Damn. The look on your face. I'm kidding, although it's in great part thanks to this woman here that such words can be said in jest. Much has changed for Mamool. If my best friend has finally come home, I'd be a fool to refuse his pleas. Joking aside, your words didn't ring hollow. Kagyolja, to many, I was a trader who To everything Mamook once stood for, a traitor to my friend for never writing. Broke my heart to leave, but I couldn't stand the zealotry of blessed siblings. Now that the old teachings have been left in the past, I want to do everything I can for Mamook's future. Thank you, Kagilja, for your forgiveness. I hope that you, Zilly, and I can help find a new way forward. Alright, hopefully we have enough people to get started. Let's go and ask Angir if she needs anything else. Magic bed. Thank you for your aid in recruiting the others. With a handful of Eves, our worker shortage is now but a trifle. The handlers have their orders, but there's one thing I would yet ask of you. Well, fertile, the soil needs some additions to better accommodate the seeds and starters I've brought with me. I think some charred bark should balance out its acidity nicely. Perhaps you could bring some from the Jobrit Cinder Field. Obtain the proper permissions from the Igbrash to gather from the Utama Horizon. As long as your work is done respectfully, we have nothing to fear. Begin setting up a base of operations in the meantime, so let me know once you've acquired what we need. Way up there. Wrong one. That's distracting. Fly through the sky. Gathering. Fun. Makes sense if we're doing farming, though, I guess. How much do I need? 3? Shortcut. Free bird. Alright. Unlock. Welcome back. I trust you have what I asked for. Perfect. Just what I had hoped. I'll have the Vive handlers mix our fertilizer into the soil as they till it. Level 90. Cultivating Hope. Complete. Side quest complete. Cart secure. We're ready when you are. Just about, yes. This should be ground finely enough to distribute evenly. Once we've tilled the soil for beds, we can begin planting in earnest. Ruval, can I count on your continued support? Me, but Kagyo is the one who grows things. And you have grown our hopes into viable operation by recruiting the necessary allies. Charisma like yours is essential for this gainery's success. Alright, I'll do what I can. On my pride as a Mamool for Mamool. Yay. Your assistance would be invaluable, Zilly, if you can spare the time. After all these years, my homestead is about to realize true progress. I would love to have you with us as we build a brighter future for my people. I'll help on my pride as an adventurer from Mamool. When you put it that way, I can't really say no. Thank you, I'm in your debt. Heartening to have you with us. Sorry for the wait. The beeves are ready. Thanks, Kagyo-ja. Let's get started. And set up. This gainery will give my mook another chance. I can just feel it. I can feel it too. Let's show the world what these lands can grow. Together, by our own hands. From hopes yet to fully blossom, Mamook has established a gainery. Help the Mamool Shah come to love the land that supports them by aiding the farmers of Gokgolma. Gokgolma Society quest unlocked. Your reputation has increased to friendly. You have achieved friendly reputation with the farmers of Gokgolma. Mamool Society quests are now available from Kagyo-ja and Gokgolma. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from Virol-ja. Even unlocked, eat your vegetables 1. Level 90, Gopro Tradition. Bol-ja seems stunned by the gainery's growth. You see, the plants Angir bought from Charlian are growing. They're actually growing. All is going to plan so far, yes, but overconfidence begets error. In truth, we've detected evidence of harmful insects upon our crops recently. Insects, can't we just stamp them out? If only it were so simple. Everyone you find represents another hidden 10, another 100. Indeed, we may be facing an infestation of thousands if left unchecked. This is why we must find a companion plant for our crops post haste. The name suggests companion plants support each other's growth in myriad ways, not least of all in deterring pests. While the samples I've brought with me should thrive in this particular etheric environment, their efficacy against local fauna has yet to be tested. We would be wise to pick a local variety of plant for the job instead. In other words, we need a plant native to these forests that will repel those insects. Precisely. Might you have any suggestions? Tituka bananas? What about trees of living light? How about some kind of seedkin? Didn't even consider the possibility, but such a creature may be exactly what we need. Surely local seed can have adapted to repel insects that plague their own bodies. What about branch bearer? It looks like a bird, but it's actually an ambulatory plant. I've heard it emits these great bursts of energy to ward off pests. Sounds like it may be well worth our time to capture one. Can you do it? Leave it to me. We Dawntrail are used to taming all sorts of beasts, not just weavers. But on the off chance that the creature becomes aggressive, I'll need someone to back me up in a fight. Will you come along? I'll leave the matter to you both. In the meantime, I'll investigate the scope of the damage done by these insects. The sooner we return, the better. Let's meet up northwest of Gomajik Grove. We're sure to find branch bearers there. Side quest accepted. Okay, where are we going? I see. Seize it. All right. Should be plenty of branch bearers around here. They mimic birds to attract carnivores, then leech energy from their would-be predators. In theory, either of us could act as a decoy to lure one over, but that may well end in violence. Taming creatures is about trust, after all, not physical dominance. I'd like to make it an offering instead, something rich in the energies it likes. Are you up to the task? Excellent. Then could you bring me some glowing seeds from the Cenote Neozote? I cannot pronounce any of this stuff. Contact with the meteorites there should make them particularly potent. While you tend to that, I'll scout out a good candidate. Oh, okay, that's pretty close. All right, well, I guess we'll just get some freebies here. You find something our branch bearer might like? Glowing seeds. Even richer in energies than I imagined. The rest you can leave to me. I'll show you traditional Dobro taming at its best. Pretty bird. Here it comes. Yeah, yui. There, little one. Glad you accepted my gift. It represents the bond we share as beings of this forest. All's well that ends well, as you can see. Not to say I emerged completely unscathed, but so it goes sometimes. Once it realized I meant no harm, we came to an understanding. Dobro magics I cast on what you brought me certainly didn't hurt my chances either. Anyway, let's have Angir take a look and see if our new friend will benefit our garden. Pretty bird. This is a fairly quick one. Studied my share of seedkin, but I've never seen anything quite like this specimen. It's a marvel. Hope it can help with our pest problem. Gooey, gooey. Well, it's made itself right at home. An etheric emission so potent you can see it. No doubt this is an instinctual measure taken against irritants. And given its amicable behavior, it seems keen on protecting us as well. If we can direct its attentions to our granary, I dare say the plague of insects won't stand a chance. You help protect our little garden. I'll take that as a yes. I'll have my colleagues tame more of these fine creatures. Wonderful. Let us coordinate our efforts with the branch bearers to create a hospitable environment for our crops. Level 90, Dobro Tradition, complete. Society quest complete. Some food. Yay. They seem the best of friends, do they not? Aw. You were successful in befriending beneficial companions for the granary. Thanks to the branch bearer's etheric emissions, Goma's crops are no longer harrowed by pests. Mamook's first harvest brings with it both wonder and delight. Continue your efforts to help support the Mamool and their burgeoning hopes. Goma, reputation up. Your reputation has increased to trusted. You have achieved trusted reputation with the farmers of Golgoma. Two Mamool Society daily quests are now available from Kagyolja and Golgoma. Furthermore, you will be able to undertake 3 additional quests from Kagyolja as a reputation bonus. The bonus is available until the daily reset at time for Allied Society quests. These additional quests will become available after accepting all other current daily quests from Kagyolja. Please be advised that you cannot undertake these quests if you have no remaining allowances. You now have access to a wider selection of wares from Virul Ja. Achievement unlocked, eat your vegetables too. Level 90, Hubago's return. Concern is writ plain on Revolja's face. Branch bearers have settled in nicely. Those pesky bugs are gone, and our next harvest is well on its way. Only local beasts have been encroaching upon Golgoma recently, threatening our workers and trampling our crops. Taking immediate action, of course, I asked Gultog if he could develop some kind of repellent, like the two of you once did for wild weavers. I was just about to go and pick up the prototype. Since you're here, why don't you come along? Where we going? Oh, okay. Now this is a pleasant surprise. You look well. We work the old smoke bombs into traps that issue smoke for an extended period, allowing ample time for our farmers to flee if necessary. These are only a stopgap. Able-bodied fighters patrolling the area would do a far better job for security, if you ask me. It may be so, but we can't spare any of our workers. We may have to try recruiting Mamool who moved to Tuliolol, like me. If you've got a knack for convincing people, I'd like you to join me. My first stop will be Exaltation, so stop by when you have a moment. Go back to Tuliolol. Close this one. Close this one. Right. Ah, you're here. I was just catching up with an old friend. In fact, he was kind enough to direct me to Mirol Jha, fellow expatriate from Mamool. Normally, Mirol Jha works as a bodyguard, but as luck would have it, he's relaxing by Downripple today. So let's go find him. Probably just easier to run up there, huh? Oh well, aren't I popular today? Wait, I know you. You're the Dawn Servant's right-hand woman. Even you, Mirol Jha, had no idea Zilly was such a celebrity. Celebrity doesn't begin to describe it, at least not among us mercenary types. To become a fighter like Zilly Lazalthi, recognized by the vow resolve herself, is a dream for no few of us. So what what do I owe this honor, Mirol Jha? I thought you'd gone back to Mamool. And I want you to return with me. Don't take this the wrong way, but even if Mamook has changed, I still prefer the freedom of Tuliolol to that dismal forest. Besides which, you can eat here. Truly eat. Najul just doesn't compare to what the city can offer. That's the whole point. We have more vegetables than ever, and we're still planning to add more. We're talking about Mamook, yes? Aren't we? Maybe start at the beginning, Mirol Jha? Did you mention the gainery? Oh, that's right. He doesn't know yet. Let me explain. Oh, color me impressed. A Mamook that not only grows something other than Najul, but works with outsiders to do so. Exactly, we need to protect what we've worked so hard to build. Won't you help us? Fine, since you're this invested, I'll go and give it a look, but if I'm forced to eat even a single Nashul, I'm out of there. Aha, fair enough. Golgolma is a sight to behold, though. You won't regret this. Back to Mamool. By the gods, there isn't a Najul in sight. Now I understand your excitement. This is an unprecedented achievement for Mamool. Isn't it? We need to shore up our defenses, and that's where you come in. What do your eyes see that mine don't? A weak fence for starters. You have supplies and tools to reinforce them, I hope? Tools I'll take care of. And Zillia is as good a gatherer as you'll find. Any supplies we need, she'll procure. I'd have you bring us supple ivy for the supply. Then I'll have you bring us supple ivy for the new barriers. You should be able to find some around ankles deep. We'll apprise Angair of our plan. Once you have the supplies, you can deliver them directly to her. We're counting on you. How are we going? Over here. Okay, over there, huh? Picker. We like Ochu vines. Pretty. Welcome back. I understand we're reinforcing our fences. Lovely. I believe this is precisely what Ruval Jha described. I hope a sturdy wall will solve our problems. Level 90, Hubago's return, complete. It's growing. Surprised by how many of Muriel Jha's associates hearken to his call. Thanks to their patrols, our granary feels safer than ever. He should no longer trouble us, and come harvest time, we should have more than enough people to lend a hand. I'll admit the glow of our yield surprised me. The glow of our yield surprised me at first, but closer inspection revealed that these plants mirror Najul in their reaction to the etheric environment. Their appearance has no negative effect on nutrients nor palatability. More Mamool expatriates have now gathered in Gogolma to protect its precious bounty. Given the regularity of harvest, a space has been allocated for the trade of fresh produce. This can only bode well for the Mamool and their dietary repertoire. Gogolma, reputation up. Reputation has increased to respected. You've achieved respected reputation with the farmers of Gogolma. New Mamool Society daily quests are now available from Kagilja and Gogolma. Furthermore, you will be able to undertake 3 additional quests from Kagilja as a reputation bonus. This bonus is available until the daily reset time for Allied Society quests. These additional quests will become available after accepting all current daily quests from Kagilja. Please be advised that you cannot undertake these quests if you have no remaining allowances. You now have access to a wider selection of wares from Viral Ja. Level 90, the Boon of Buniwa. Never say that. Uval Ja is brimming with ambition. Just look at our crop stores. Mamook now has a choice when it comes to food. We never could have seen this day if not for your help. We can still do better. More can flourish yet. I just know it. Passionate as always, I see. While I wish I could agree with you, I'm afraid we may be reaching the extent of our crop variation. Currently, this forest restricts us in 2 ways. Excuse me. Currently, this forest restricts us in 2 ways. 1, the meteorite's unique ether, and 2, a distinct lack of natural sunlight. Crops that can grow under both these conditions are unfortunately limited. Moving even one of those restrictions would certainly increase our options, assuming such a feat were possible, of course. Considered how to let sunlight in before, but it's not as easy as felling a tree or 2. Only we could reference another locale that cultivates flora in near total darkness. Like Heritage Found, like Labrithos. They do much in Heritage Found? Labrithos has the artificial sun. It seems like a bigger undertaking. That's right, when I was in Tuliolala, I heard about what happened in New Solani. They say the dome is rife with lightning energies and an endless night lingers over the land. Fascinating, and yet they successfully farm there. Use an electrope, huh? Yes, Halo, you say? I have a permit to visit Dawntrail. Why don't we go see it for ourselves? Also possess the requisite permission, so I can join you. If we compare the data of this forest to that of Ipe's Halo, we may well find a clue relevant to our current conundrum. Be a long journey, so we haven't a moment to lose. Lead the way. Society quest accepted. Oh good, they already teleported us. Like when they save us a trip. I think the sun once shone so brightly here. It's a different sort of darkness than that of Jatilka Heartland. The lightning aspected ether this dense in the atmosphere. It's little wonder that thick thunderclouds obscure the sky as they do. We'll probably stand in awe of this place all day, but we have a duty to fulfill. We need to ask the residents here about their farming techniques. We're ready when you are, so just lead the way. Let's have a look around. Well, John and Gear are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return to speak with them at the original location. So these towers act as an artificial sun for their plants. Far smaller than what we have at Labrithos, but no less effective for the growth of crops. Well, as you can see, we grow our crops in circles at UPA's Halo. Reason is simple. This contraption converts lightning aspected energy to create an ideal environment for our crops from humidity and lighting to temperature and soil quality. The little farm has caught your fancy. I can hardly blame you. Keeping crops alive in environs such as these is no small feat, if I do say so myself. We use electrope equipment to supply our plants with nutrients and light they require. The key to good gardening is understanding the unique needs of each species, after all. These folks have worked hard to achieve the impossible. I'm all the more inspired to do the same. That said, we'll be nothing but a bother if we stand around here. Let's regroup and discuss our next steps. Thought I'd learned a decent amount about the outside world after leaving Mamool, but I still don't know half of it. Do I? Thanks for guiding us here. The trip was well worth it. Indeed, we can neither develop such infrastructure overnight, nor can we discount the differences between heritage found in the Jutika heartland. However, the knowledge that aspected ether may be converted into something equivalent to natural light is invaluable. We may not possess this electrope, but perhaps magics can achieve a similar effect? Kuniwa are peerless when it comes to magic. Let's head back and ask Kagyo Ja. He's probably missing us about now anyway. Hold on a moment while I fetch Kagyo Ja. Uval Ja explained your idea. If you're looking to achieve the impossible with magics, shouldn't you speak with our mightiest practitioner instead? You don't mean the Autarch. He's different now, and he wants the best for this gainery, same as anyone. I'm sure he'd help if you asked. But I left. Surely I'm little more than a traitor in his eyes. He's changed his ways, I promise. Then you'll just have to win him over. You're right. This is for Gotgoma, for Mamook. If your mind is made up, shall we request an audience? Masterful work. Autarch. Just the other day, my wife brought me a sample from your harvest. I could hardly believe how flavorful it was. Thank you. It is an honor to receive such kind words. I hear that you require Buniwa's expertise. Yes, we were hoping to create light here with magic, so we can grow an even wider variety of crops. We made a journey to East Alani by Zilly's guidance and studied the agricultural techniques of heritage found. The harsh climate there is constantly obscured by dark clouds, yet by way of special devices, the farmers create artificial sunlight enough to maintain healthy beds of crops. Instead of devices, we thought Buniwa magics might achieve something similar. Do you think it possible, Autarch? Weaving illusions into reality is indeed possible for us, but you require more than simple light, no? Because as you say, the light in question must deliver properties necessary for our plant's nutrition and at appropriate levels. I'm happy to explain in detail if you believe such a feat can be achieved. It can. The magics will require eligible vessels, however, created from material replete with energy. Understood. We'll procure whatever you need. Cooperating, the Autarch really has changed. Anyway, we need to gather materials for those vessels. The Autarch said rich in energy, so I know just the thing. Sparked from the trees of living light in Cenote Jayunja, you can't get more concentrated energy than that. It all comes down to you. Bring us what we need for the vessels and we'll take care of the rest. Where are we going? Like here? Mm-hmm. Ark of living light. I'll just fly back. Not that far. You find what we need for the vessels. Perfect. This is good. Concentrated energy. I'll bring it to the Autarch and we'll get started right away. Level 90, the Boon of the Booniwa. Complete. Society quest complete. Yay. Such remarkable magics. These lights illuminate our granary as though it were midday. And you may have noticed Gargolma's latest addition. I don't know how Ruvalja and the others found time to prepare a kitchen, but it makes readying our yields for consumption easier than ever. Firing the kitchen, are you? One day it'll make some legendary dishes, even one to rival Hebrew Pibba. The admirable dream. With passion like yours, I'm certain it shall come true. We can make a meal, we can share a meal, just like Galul Jaja did on that battlefield to end an endless war. Creating a dish that brings Zorik Brosh neighbors to the table again. This is my next hope for Gargolma. I hope we become living proof that Mamook has changed for the better. As the Gainery flourishes, so too do the Ruval Jaw's dreams for the future of his homeland. Whether Mamook will prove herself capable of restoring relations with the people of Igbrosh, however, remains to be seen. Agoma, reputation up. Your reputation has increased to honored. You have achieved honored reputation with the farmers of Gogoma. New Mamool Jaw Society daily quests are now available from Kagyo-ja and Gogoma. Furthermore, you will be able to undertake 3 additional quests from Kagyo-ja as a reputation bonus. This bonus is available until the daily reset time for Allied Society quest. Additional quests will become available after accepting all current daily quests from Kagyo-ja. Please be advised that you cannot undertake these quests if you have no remaining allowances. You now have access to a wider selection of wares from Viral Jaw. You've been unlocked. Eat your vegetables 3. Level 90, a new yak tail. Ruval Jaw is reveling in the harvest. Thanks for all your help around the Gainery, Zilly. More crops than ever are thriving under our new lights. The kitchen has been getting good use as well, and I've heard nothing but glowing reviews of our produce. Dare I ask how the preparation of your legendary dish proceeds, Ruval Jaw? Perfectly. Can't wait to start cooking, in fact. Can you cook? Not at all. Until Yolol, I never wanted for places to eat, so I never picked up the habit. You? If I had time to develop culinary prowess, I'd rather be researching. As long as it's nutritionally sound, I take little heed of what I eat. So I'm the only chef here. I could theoretically follow a recipe, I suppose. Woman of many talents, eh? But for the new dish I'm thinking of, we'll need specific help. Namely, help from the people of Igbrosh to make a next Gibrak Babil. Their cooperation is paramount. It's hoping to show them what we've been growing in Gogoma. That's a wonderful idea. Do you have any acquaintances in Igbrosh? Understand proactive communication may have been sparse even in light of the peace accord. Yad Ro from the Brethren of Brosh is a friendly sort. I'm sure Hunmu Rook would be welcoming. Yad Ro. You know Tiat Ro as well? I met him when the Brethren came through on official business. Lovely fellow. Let's see if we can find him in Igbrosh. Yay. Zilly Woodard, yet welcome, bedfellows. What can I do for you? We had something to ask. You know about Gogoma, right? I was hoping we could use the vegetables ground in our granary to fashion a new sort of cuisine, together with Igbrosh. It's cuisine you want, talk with bolts. I can't pronounce that. Say, since retiring from Brethren of Brosh, she's become fascinated with cooking. She'll even travel all the way to Tiliolo for ingredients to whip up some new odd thing, and I'll vouch for the quality. I've enjoyed many a delicious supper from old Bold Soul. Old Sip. I'm just now on the north side of town. If you hurry, you may be able to catch him. Old Say, got it. Thank you, Chowdro. Up here. I know your face, adventurer, but what business have you here, Mamool Jaw? Pardon me, sir, but are you Bolse? We're looking for a culinary expert, and Tiad Ro suggested we seek you out. We've been growing vegetables in Mamook, you see, crops of all colors, shapes, and sizes, and we wanted to make a new dish with our produce alongside our friends here in Igbrosh. You'd have me cook for you as your friend? You speak lightly of what you know, little boy. Speak lightly of what you know, little boy. Grew up on stories of the old war and know all too well the facade of peace that is poisonous for us. For years I've watched Mamook shift not in ilm, chasing false dreams of blessed siblings while looking down on us as lessers. You're right, I left Mamook for that very reason. I moved to Tuliolo because I hated my homeland, but when I heard that my people stood on the precipice of change, I remembered how to hope. The fruits of our labors can be shared with you. If our communities can make a new dish that puts the past behind us, that I believe will serve as real proof. Will be Mamook's first purposeful step into a bigger, brighter world. I suppose having a look at these vegetables couldn't hurt. The company you keep certainly lends credence to your plea. Thank you, sir. Allow me to escort you to our granary, Golgoma. Pretty. I can hardly believe. I never imagined the Jatika heartland could offer such yields. I was hoping we could combine our ingredients, crops from our granary and the bounty from your forest, just like Gibrug Pabil was made. Gibrug Pabil, you dream big, boy, I'll give you that. Crops are first grown for Mamook's own welfare, but I would share them with our Jabral brothers and sisters. I firmly believe that together our peoples are stronger. As do I. Altark. Allow me to humbly beg your assistance as well. I've renounced the old teachings and acknowledged the mistakes of the past. Mamook must make amends. Will you not help us to do so? The Altark himself is asking, obviously standing a brand new Mamook. Very well, if you wish to join hands with us, Jabral, let us feast together once more. The bounties you have grown here will be reimagined into a dish befitting both our peoples. You have my thanks. You have done well with this granary. It has given me much to think about regarding the Igbrosh. Send word once preparations have been made. I should be glad to attend the banquet. We have our work cut out for us. Let's see this through. First of all, I'd like to know more about Mamool's culinary preferences. Could I ask you to conduct a survey for me? If you don't mind, I'll leave it to you. I plan to return to Igbrosh. I'd like to invite as many people as I can to our banquet, including the Igbrosh Racks, once I pluck up the nerve. Thank you. If we all work together, I just know we can make this a success. Mamook. When I was young, I used to think meat was such a delicacy, but this belly of mine can't tolerate it much anymore. I prefer the sweet vegetables we grow in that lovely garden of ours. I'm sure other old folk like myself feel similarly. My favorite dish is gibber pibil. It was the talk of the city after the rite of succession. Not only is the meat delicious, but knowing that our Najul leaves play such a crucial role is a point of pride. My favorite food? Well, I couldn't get enough tacos when I was in Tiliolo. Weight of them in your hand, the satisfaction of biting in, you really felt like you were eating, you know? And Aunt T's signature spice, Oh, but I'm sure whatever you end up making will also be good. If there's any way I can help, let me know. You're back? What did you discover? That's helpful, thank you. With a better understanding of folks' preferences, I believe I know what sort of dish we're looking for. But we'll need some Jabral herbs for the right touch. Can you bring me some from Ishta Talat Sali? Good, I'll start preparing the kitchen and other ingredients, so hurry back as soon as you can. Here we go. Gotta get some herb. Do, do, do. You find what we need? Yes, this'll do nicely. Good work. You can leave the rest of the preparations to me. I imagine Ruvolja will be back soon. If there's anyone else you'd like to invite to the banquet, now would be the time. Word has it that we're in for quite the feast. My role here has been strictly one of research and facilitating the growth of new crops in Mamool. It is a joy and honor to know that those very crops will now link two disparate peoples. Shall we go and assist the banquet preparations? Level 90, a new yak tail, complete. Side quest complete. Tisha is upon Yaktail's newest creation, the bounty of two forests. Tika Selvas. Sandwich. Brethren of Brosh supplied the game, and the farmers of Gogoma and vegetables. After marinating the meat to juicy perfection, I placed it in soft, fresh bread and prepared a sweet yet spicy sauce for those who desire it. You came. Could hardly refuse Ruvolja's impassioned entreaty. Say nothing of Zilly's presence here today. I am simply fulfilling my duty as Brosh Rocks. Even so, I thank you for your attendance and apologize for the wrongs we have done you. Do you speak of Mamook's rejection of the peace forged by the Jibber Kapil? Perhaps the tragic accident that befell my daughter 16 years ago. Speak of both. Whether or not our communities join hands is a matter for the next generation to decide. Seeing one and all gathered here today, I have little worry for the future. But some evils can neither be forgotten nor forgiven. 16 years ago, an assassin was sent to kill my young daughter. By your order or influence, I know not, but the fact remains. Sin for which I would forfeit my life if it would help our peoples choose the path of reconciliation. Forfeiting your life again? I thought you were chided for that after the feat of the Brotherhood. What I hear, you were offered friendship and community instead. My daughter would never extend such offers lightly. Your daughter? You cannot mean... You underestimated the vivacity of my little girl. Today of all days, I will speak proudly of her strength and compassion as her father. She survived. For this, I am truly grateful. Have a sandwich. Ah, Zilly. Not so long ago, a sight like this would have been inconceivable. Amuk was never a place we could love. Being born here meant you either adhered to zealotry of blessed siblings or escaped these forests forever. Now we have something real to be proud of. We owe so much to you and Angir. Hardly, we merely assisted. As I recall, it was because of a certain someone eagerly suggested weavers that we were able to establish a scannery in the first place. Your devotion, Ruvalja, garnered the cooperation of myriad peoples, which in turn has made Gogoma blossom. Then we need to make sure that each new harvest brings joy to all in this forest. For Mamuk we can love. The cooperation of Irbal and the creation of Tika Selvas, relations between Ikbrash and Mamuk have improved. Unprecedented cheer fills Mamuk as her citizens regain pride and love for their homeland, Gogoma the manifestation for their hopes for a brighter future. Gogoma, reputation up. Your reputation has increased to Sworn. You have achieved Sworn reputation with the farmers of Gogoma. You will receive an experience point bonus upon the completion of Mamool Jad's Society Daily Quest. You have access to a wider selection of wares from Viral Jah. I don't know if there's one after Blood Sworn. Achievement unlocked, Harvest of Hope. I don't know, that might be all of them. Level 90, the Pride of Mamook. Viral Jah is about to take a break. Perfect timing, do you have a moment? Jose has some new recipe he'd like someone to try, so I thought you could come along. Great, then let's go and find him at the kitchen. Brasilia as well. Good, good. Have a seat. Don't mind if we do. Let's see. It isn't Zillion Ruvalja. Well met. Now that smells amazing. Both say, give me a tikka silva as quick as you can. You're on the job, fool. We've just stopped by for a delivery, and next we've got our patrol. Straighten up now. I could just down it in a gulp. Never mind, after I get back from patrol, then. See you later. I'll be back for that tikka salvas. Have one ready. Visits like these from the brethren or other folks from Migbrosh have become more and more commonplace. It fills me with pride to see it. That aside, we were having a seat. Ruvalja, I've got a question about our next crop rotation. Could you spare a moment? Sorry, I'll be right back. Busy as ever. I see everyone wants Ruvalja's ear these days. I thought I could give a poor lad some peace by having him try a new dish. Sorry. Let's eat, shall we? We've got 3 different projects I'm working on, and I'd be much obliged if you try one of them. Which will it be? No choices. Yagtel salad, stewed chiacha, mystery soup. Try the mystery soup. Feeling adventurous, are we? Well, I won't tell you what goes in it, lest I spoil the surprise. Without further ado, it's a mystery. Bracing yourself, you take a spoonful of mystery soup. You might as well have shoved a handful of ash into your mouth. You deeply regret your decision. No need to give me your thoughts. All is written plain on your face. I'll eventually be adding these dishes to the menu, so come by whenever you have a hankering. I have to hand it to Bolse. He really comes up with the most unique cuisine. Seeing everyone dine here makes me realize that food has become something more than just a means of survival for Mamook. It's become a source of joy. Happy side effect, perhaps, but I'm grateful nonetheless. Anyway, I have to go and chat with Angier, apparently. She wants to consult me on something. Care to join? Oh, Zilly, you came along too. This works out nicely then. Wanted to tell you that Got Goma has been offered a place in the Turali Agricultural Association. Outside communities have officially come to recognize our efforts. Given how well our goals have been accomplished, I think it only natural that I consider a new pursuit. You don't mean you're returning to Charlian? Oh heavens no, I only meant to say that I intend to pursue a study of selective breeding. Crops more bountiful, flavorful, and nutritious than we have yet to develop, Mamook's economy and reputation would surely stand to benefit. Yet the thought that Golgoma might rise to the heights of horticultural excellence is what thrills me, don't you agree? Of course, I can think of no better way to show how much Mamook has changed. We may even convince more folks to return from Tuliolal. As a Mamool, Mamook is and always will be my homeland. I can now hold my head high when I say that. That's only because you both were here to help. Thank you. I can't say it enough. Really keep doing what I can to help Angier with her research, so if you ever find the time and inclination, feel free to stop by. We'll be waiting, ready to show you a gainery the likes of which you've never seen. Level 90, the Pride of Mamook. Complete. Society quest complete. Ogoma reputation up. Your reputation has increased to Bloodsworn. You have achieved Bloodsworn reputation with the farmers of Gogoma. You will receive an experience point bonus upon the completion of Mamool Society daily quest. You now have access to a wider selection of wares from Viral Job.